You know, we mentioned Ron Paul in the last segment, so we should talk about him now because he's made big news today. Ron Paul raised $4.2 million yesterday. That's amazing. It's the third largest of any campaign. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama raised more than that on one day. But among the Republicans, Ron Paul is the largest. And he did it because of a clip we're about to show you, among other things. It won't make any sense to you, so that'll be fun. You can see it on theyoungturks.com, you can hear it on the radio. And then we'll come back and explain why this helped Ron Paul raise that much money. Go ahead.
More than 400 years ago, a great citizen wished to embed the 5th of November forever in our memory. His hope was to remind the world that fairness, justice, and freedom are more than words. They are perspectives. So if you've seen nothing, if the crimes of this government remain unknown to you, then I would suggest that you allow the 5th of November to pass unmarked. But if you see what I see, if you feel as I feel, and if you would seek as I seek,
then I ask you to stand beside me 1 year from tonight, outside the gates of Parliament, and together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgotten.
Wow! What the hell was that? All right, let me explain. It's from a movie called V for Vendetta. I saw the movie. It's an interesting movie. I really liked it, actually. It's quite bizarre. It's very anti-government, and that character there is very anti-government, and he uses the 5th of November to rally people. These anti-government forces within the U.S., and that realize the government is lying to us, have curiously chosen Ron Paul as their hero. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose a Republican of all people. I guess because they're libertarians and they hate the government, period. And they said, all right, since in V for Vendetta they talked about the 5th of November as some guy who did something in the 1600s, we'll pick that day as well to rally. So they started building momentum for everybody to contribute to Ron Paul on the 5th of November, which was yesterday. And then Ron Paul picked up on this and he's like, all right, if people want to give me money and they want to give it to me on the 5th of November, rock and roll. And he mentioned it in a couple of speeches. And next thing you know, momentum started building. And all of a sudden, money started pouring in to Ron Paul's campaign yesterday. $4.2 million he raised yesterday. You got to understand something. The Republicans have a lot of trouble raising money these days. That's an awful lot of money for a Republican to raise. Isn't that funny that these days we say Republicans have so much trouble raising money? It's a topsy-turvy world. And so this puts him as one of the, a guy with one of the most amount of money in his bank account among the Republican candidates. So I'm sure the press will not take him seriously, and they'll say he's a legitimate contender, right? Because the press says, no, it's all about the money, the money. How much money can you raise? And so I'm sure Ron Paul will be one of the guys that they constantly talk about now in the press. Yeah, think again. No way. Look, the press, once they get it in their head that somebody's not legitimate for whatever absurd reason they've decided, that guy is done. You could raise $1 billion, you can get 112% in the polls, they're still not going to talk about you. So, they'll mention it as a quizzical aside. Look at Ron Paul. Well, jolly good, Mr. 5th of November. Okay, $4.2 million. You're richer than John McCain and most of the other people running for Republican? Who cares? We'll ignore you anyway. Ron Paul, although we don't agree with you on the domestic side, God bless. Go forward. Nicely done. From now on, I'll remember the 5th of November.